Dun, 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 dun. All right, it's working. Change. All right. Welcome, Final Fantasy XIV. I shall be attempting to complete the patch quest for the Stormblood, and yeah, that's basically where I probably will end the stream today. Basically, just a straight shot to the finish line, see all the cutscenes, watch all my friends die. Wonderful. Alright, we must go find Elise at Maelstrom Command. Last time we lost a couple people. Thancred, Odianje, and Best Girl. I've forgotten. I'm sorry. I've forgotten her name. Even though I call her Best Girl. Like, let's go find the other Best Girl. They're all Best Girl. At Maelstrom Command, wouldn't that be here? Where am I? What am I doing? Way. Going up. Okay. And that takes me here. That's my alarm. Must discover why everyone's dropping like flies. That takes me there, so I need to go over here. There she is. I forgot why she came here, though. As you probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. After what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Ah! Plushie! Welcome! You are first. And you're also free to jump into this chat if you wish to on the Discord server.
Here he is, my lady.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones.
Yep.
Not like now.
Now there are no people back at the Rising Stones.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You don't have to do this alone.
Subscribe to
No, I
Broford.
don't, you're right.
Welcome.
It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself.
Oh,
Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you.
he just popped in, said the thing, and left.
Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day.
But I'm all about brooding. Let's brood more.
Come on. We have friends to save.
You'll sound less cringe if you just jump in and just join me. I promise. Alright. Turning to the Rising Stones. Alright. Returning to the Rising Stones. Sadness awaits. Or a solution. God darn you, Matt. Okay. Alright. Let's go and talk to her again. I did something on the way back, and I think Jorge is right. We need to seek out outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Menphilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone. Mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, some of it for the good, some not so good, but all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphino, to the alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. I'm plushy. Alright. Oh, that's fine. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace,
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire might to bear. A word from your radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
Going in your head.
I should be the one to sigh.
Who are you?
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery.
Who be you?
Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
Oh, are you the Prior King?
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern.
Well, that's not very kingly.
Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
Ah, so you're the cause of every single problem that this entire world has ever suffered. What do you know?
Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The Founding Father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
Well, that just means that I just free reign right now. Kill them all. I guess I'll just destroy the entire empire because that was founded by bullshit.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
I wonder what's going on in the heads of those two right there.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine.
Yeah,
Lest you forget, you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Meanwhile, in a resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. Really? I was expecting less greenery. All the metal they sport, I'm surprised there's any green in Gotham at all. What in the world? Oh no. Everyone's dead. I don't know if their eyes. Or is that just her? Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. I like their spears. Damn them. Finally used it. Empire developed a chemical weapon in Garibania. Gas. Black Rose, it was called. And to breathe it is to breathe your last. Oh, so they went to chemical warfare now. And that did this? I thought the project abandoned and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Cannot see that a rule 1 through error will not endure. How many more precious must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters, the Asians. It cannot be coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to stow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringer of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Asians and put an end to their plot. The plot thickens. Is at her wits' ends. Yep.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjury. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elfino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Bug says it's Krill. Called it.
Kryle, I did not think you well enough to travel.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
I have forgotten why you were separated from the rest of us in the first place. Weren't you like healing people in the war? I imagine that stopped happening after the war ended?
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault. But I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh? Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me.
Walks in, proceeds to fall flat in her face as she's digging too. I can see it. Either she will return, or we're going to receive news that she also fell. He returns.
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Okay. And speak with Elise at Intruvania. Okay. Where is the nearest teleport point? Middleshire. It's been a while since I've been here. I was heading in the right direction. Yep, there it is. No, I'm not done trail yet, plushie. Trying to get the Shadowbringers here. Takes a bit of reading, sadness, and war to get to get to the bright seas of Dawn Trail. It has been some time since I've been here. Alright. Heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme still. I'll happily overlook her eccentrics if she agrees to help us.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
Yes, that's the curse of knowledge.
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
You should just give it to her at this point.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Interesting that Crow hasn't mentioned that she heard the voices as well.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
At least did hear the voice she mentioned. I believe. Or am I wrong? No, it was those three. I don't think we felt it.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could their ether have dissipated if it had? Oh God! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the Broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way.
What's happening?
That was Lise. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
They're playing the haunting music.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Something going on with magic?
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
If the audio glitches are rare, there's really nothing I can do about it, I imagine. Yeah. That was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tale she has of grandfather. Why are you glowing at certain angles? News from me go. Almost can't bear to hear what Maxman has to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said, unless... There's no point speculating. Lise said she'd notified the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gates in Alamiga Quarter. I'll be praying for good news, learn what you can about Alphina's plight, and leave the search for our friends' lost souls to me. Alright, let me go. Alright. Alright, my objectives. Oh, there we go. Greetings, sir. As the client told me to expect you, shall I allow you in? Yes. Do the thing. Let us in.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
What a dick.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them.
They're like the Scions, but under the Golem Old flag, sort of.
They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on!
Oh, war has returned.
No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
And there we go again.
Untold sorrow must be changed.
So it's just us two now.
Ahead looms a calamity.
Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
We losing one of us, or are we both gonna hold out? Alright, we held out.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
That was one of our allies. I would assume that we too are lost at a moment's notice and should not count for our help. I just skipped dialogue. Nice and sorry. Like, yeah, we're gonna lose those two. I guess we can't count on the Science for help. Not that they wouldn't help us. It's just that they're very much having their own issues. There are a lot of people in this room. Oh, these must be the leaders that he brought together. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. Kojin and the Confederacy you already know, and it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the Steppe tribes. We have also been joined by our neighbors from Naxia and the indomitable citizens of Dalmasca, though the scattered nature of the latter resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. These proud people have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire. I'm glad to see your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength. Thank you for bringing me news of Alphino. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for his sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report we received from our shinobi indicates a massive massing of troops in the western province. It seems all but certain that the Empire is posed to bring a fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. It will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allegan energy barrier. The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious. A name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps Sirius Aegis, or some such. Well, just a thought. The Ironworks engineers reports that they have finished collaborating the generators and calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing stage. Okay. Have you time to attend the first test? You'd seen the field which protected Islea firsthand, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. I'll come too if you don't mind, though I'm no Nistrilla, I'm able to offer some insights. Of course, time being of the essence, I would be best if we made directly for the burn. Agree, I leave you and Aquila to bring the war council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and ready, my lords. Wear the storms. Money. Always. One day I'll sell it all. Serious wall. You will cross the burn by Yule and Falcon as before. Join me to the overlook near the House of the Fierce. And once again, we enter the burn. I imagine it's not going to be a dungeon like before. Hear the word when you're ready to take wing. For the burn again.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Nice.
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. 4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Oh, nice. That's some good defenses.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us. Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
What's someone important on there? Who you be? Oh, please don't be who I think you are. Okay, good, it's just him. Oh no! Yep, he fell too.
By the gods, it's Alphino.
Thank God it wasn't a fireball.
What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
I was wondering when he was gonna get hit.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Gaius?
Aye, Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given, one I have long since relinquished. Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible! There's no way you could have survived!
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others. all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Hebrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion.
Yep. We did.
But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Hebrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have a file on La Hebrea and Elidibus, but I believe this system Emmet Selk is new to us. As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light.
Aye.
Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch.
For now.
Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date, and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Ciegalvus.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Yep.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized.
Cloning?
And what should we find in each and every incubator? but a young Emperor Solus.
So that's why he didn't just, like, get up. He just has multiple forms.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor?
They're one and the same.
I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Yay, a non-option. Love those. Love those so much. There's a question I want to ask. How did he get those masks?
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods. Even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises.
Like, did he figure out how to kill him? Because otherwise he's just holding older masks of theirs?
Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
Someone ask him the question. We barely destroyed Labria, but yet he has, like, several masks.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Oh, Flushy's gone. Often not safely ensconced to a private chamber. My finance healer is examining him as we speak. I've spoken with the physician, and there are no outright signs of illness. Alpha Node is lost in sleep from which he cannot be awoken, just like the others. It seems that even the lands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. Share your frustration. I share your frustration, Elise. I do, but Alpha Node has returned to us alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duty as a scion, yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made and little time to make them. The business then, my lord. Now that we know Sharia's wall works as intended, and we expect reinforcements for Alamigo. You most certainly can. As promised, we will send troops to bolster allies in Erosio without delay. Pray be aware, however, that we will not arrive without delay. Save for some few who boat teleportation magics, the bulk of our forces must be transported via sea. A lengthy voyage for which the smaller vessels favored by the Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the East Aldener Trading Company in finding suitable ships. As for navigating the distances in question, we are in happy positions of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Erosia. Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it is unlikely that our East Aldener friends will consent to any involvement in military operation, but I am certain they will afford Alphino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a Trogan accompany him every eon of the way to the Rising Stones. You got my thanks, Lord Canon. Nugadi. I will go on ahead with our friends to Alamigo unless all those capable of teleportation, and puts them at the disposal of the Origin Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the Vanguard. Yes, my lord. This is exactly what we hoped for. Lys and the Alliance leaders will be glad indeed to welcome the combined strength of the East. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant, that doesn't look very destroyed to me.
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
Well, shit.
See that you do.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing. A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire.
That's because they don't care about the Empire.
You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
So what he's saying and what you believe...
Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way.
There's contradiction here. The goal for Ascians Create chaos. Goal of Empire, as stated by you and your understanding, is to remove the icons so that there is no more strife and pure destruction of the world. These are opposites, order and chaos here. What? I don't get why you just don't do something about this.
Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey?
I imagine he's regretting that choice.
If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
Okay. That happens. Parlay on the front lines. Ian stands ready to depart to Almega. Must now convene with the Argentine leaders and maybe sometime before I return to Doma. Kirko, I leave you in command. My lord. I shall assemble an advance party with all haste and join you in Almega if worthwhile. I've just received word from Lise. The Alliance has established a base camp near Almega's northeastern border. Once we're arrived in the locks, we're to report to Resistance Officer stationed in Port Victoria, who will point us in the right direction. Let's not keep them waiting. So we're going to war. It's like jumping right in. War we go. And here I thought I was going to be done with the patches. You must be the Cyan party I was told to look out for. If you follow me, I'll take you directly to the headquarters. Oh, this will be fun. Look at all those flags.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, were our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news,
So, Alphino won't wake up, Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Yep.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it.
Yep. But, chemical warfare is hard to block against, especially if you've never dealt with chemicals before.
As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varissos Galvus would be attending.
Oh shit. The king himself?
The Emperor himself. Well, Varus did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Oh, that's easy.
Gods, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Oh no. He's gonna burn the place down.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
I can't be both? I'm not fond of politics either.
Oh, you're not, are you? Come on, if Alisaie can put on a brave face, then so can you. Now, we don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand should make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Well, this will be interesting. I feel that this is what the story is really about. It's just one nation fucking over everyone else. How is Garlemald so big? This is the biggest map. Is it up here? I believe Garlemald's up here. There it is. It's up there. Is this like all Garlemald? Why is it so big? Why is it so dangerous? Jesus Christ. Anyway. No, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an Ember waiting, shall we? Yes. Let's have this meeting. Let's get this over with. Oh, I love how his chair is bigger than the rest of theirs. What a power move this man has. This is a fascinating scene in its own right.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance, on behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
No. That was on
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
You're the one that's stoking the flames, my dude.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
It wasn't yours, though.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the Twelve's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
He's educated in their shit.
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
This ain't going anywhere. And it probably won't. Oh, lovely. That was a nice round. Okay, not too here. Why did I ever get the feeling the Emperor is hiding something? For years we have for years have we warred with the Empire and with no end in sight. A parley such as this represents a unique opportunity, and I would not squander it with bitter words. Eris holds fast to his ideals, just as I knew he would. He will not be swayed from his path. It is true that Limsa's beginnings were not wholly honorable, but our old wrongs do not make the Empire's deeds right. You much wonder at Emperor Varus' decision to attend these negotiations. It is plain he has no intention of hearkening to our entreaties. But what then is his goal? For a moment I fear our talks would descend into violence there and then. Lee speaks of her dislikes for politics, but her honest plea may very well have prevented an early battle. Whatever rebuttal I had in mind was lost when Varys mentioned my father. The man is certainly skilled at keeping his opponents off balance. This is really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do not to swear at him. I honestly don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what Alphina would have done. Tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle it worked. But there's really no common ground to be found with the man, nor do I think he looked for any. The question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have a little time before parley is due to reconvene, though, so why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? Mayhap they have some insight. I'll say one thing about Varus. He's well versed in reversing history. His intentions in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. A conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies, yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. Then we must change that. He would have me ask the Emperor himself. Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answer. Even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. Oh, have mercy, but for Lady Ose's timely introduction, we might well have come to blows at the negotiation table. Nor the Emperor Varys left us a great many options. Is unconditional surrender all he will accept, do you think? Ere he arrived, I have said yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly, he was building up something, I know it. How then should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Invite Varys to explain himself. You believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if you put him at ease? Perhaps you're right. Thank you, Broford. And there we go. His parley was never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varys' relationship with the Ascians. As had we all, yet if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the facts, and if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we were to broach the particular subject, you'll need to be subtle. Would that I knew more of the man, if you would indulge me. Received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true that the Emperor's will is considered absolute? There is no higher authority in Garlemald, nor else in the heavens come that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted being that of his Radiance's own person. That sounds like religion. I share your disdain for their hypocrisy. Even as they denigrate the idea of faith, they revere their leader with the favor others receive for the divine. It is a flaw common to much of the doctrine they feed us. logical on the surface, perhaps, but it's contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Various to reveal something. We've spoken with everyone then? Good. Now all that remains is to wait to the pleasure of the Emperor, and we hope for his second attempt. And he returns to his mighty seat.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affair surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons pose to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rulga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds?
I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, Free from the burden of choice would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former Emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
I'll stop you.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
So there's half the room. Oh, there's the rest of the room.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
So he wants to turn on them, but he's going with their plan anyway to achieve it.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
Yes.
Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages.
What a dick.
This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
And so, we go to war. You know what would really suck? If like me and Elise just passed out right now before the war started. It'd be a dick move to go out now. Came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle, so as worrying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Emperor versus maniacal plans. Lise is ready to go to war.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Doma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Gallians come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
I hope we brought the most of our armies.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
You should ask that.
After coming this far, how could I not?
It's not about our intention to fight. It's more about our minds allowing us to fight. They should know that the two of us, Elise and me, are not capable, are like having issues. I would not rely on us whatsoever.
And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
Okay.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen her in a while.
May the crystal guide us to victory!
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right.
Oh God. Hope.
So please, don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
I see why many people ship these two. Oh no. Oh no. Enter the Galaxy Dark. I have no friends today. The party of NPCs? Sure. Let's try this out. Insufficient item level? I don't have the required item level? 372. This? Okay, that may have fixed it. Another 270. There we go. Oh, I know why I wasn't wearing them. They didn't have spell speed. And I prefer spell speed. Okay. Did that fix it? What is my item level at right now? I'm at 358. I'm just short. These are all good. 370s across the board except for this one. What are you at? 240. And if I give you this one, which is 279, that'll bring me up to 361. Okay. I've done it. Okay. I have enough. Okay. I love how the samurai is our tank. Alright. Party selection. No alternative members are available. Okay. I'm going in with NPCs. Oh, this is lovely. I've never done it with NPCs before. Oh, they just like straight follow you. Okay. Do this. course, it's level 70, so no glare for me. Regeneration.
Now fall!
You shall fall soon enough.
Nice. What's that?
Now fall! Now fall!
Enough!
Haven't even arrived in the proper place yet.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
this way. There are many points of interest. Ah, boss. We made it to the field of dust. Oh, lovely.
Now fall!
What is this? Oh, I see now.
Now fall!
That is interesting. Okay, let's start there. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. All the way back, I see. How wonderful. This isn't gonna go very well. I may end up asking for help if I fail a couple more times. Back away from each other.
Let's give them a show.
Now fall!
Okay. Oop. Stand on him.
It's all over now.
Oh, yep. The feeling.
I needed that.
Enough!
Okay. First two objectives are done. Okay. Lance ring of aiming, Lance boots of aiming, okay. Next objective is this way. Go.
Enough!
Lovely. Okay. There you go, man.
I shan't hold back!
Please. let's do it.
Enough!
The weave of a shinobi's power.
Out of my way!
Now fall!
Let's go this way? Okay. All the battles happening. We go this way. Okay. Okay. Oh god, that hurt. Come on. Come on. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Where are we going? Where it be? Right up. Oh, of course it hit me right there with no instance of like a beam. Okay, I just gotta figure out where it pops up and then not get hit by that. Okay. Oh god. Bit of running to do. We're gonna make this through this. We're gonna get through this. Oh, looks like the fighting moved on. Is it really, I imagine, yeah, it's moved down there. I wish we could just, like, kill everything here and then have our allies join us into this boss fight. Oh, it just does that. Okay. And I still got hit. I keep fucking up. So it appears elsewhere. Where is it? Right, oh, I'm in it again. God damn it. This thing just does damage whenever it wants to. Well, finally, it has a line. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Some water. And digging again. Alright, I need to open my fucking eyes. Oh, get to the center, get to the center, get to the center, get to the center. There we go. And he's right there. Okay, he's right there. Oh, thank God. Sanctuary.
You shall fall soon enough.
Everyone get healed. And stay healed. And don't die. Oh, this is so much fun, totally. And it's about to dig in a second. There we go, digging again. Gonna have that wavy thing. We need to be at the dead center, and then here he is, and then move away. Move away. Okay. I figured out your game plan, bitch! Kill it! Kill it with fire! Oh, thank God. It's dead. This is the direction? Okay. I don't want to emote. Okay. Yes! The front lines!
You underestimate me!
That's right, white mage this shit. Okay. Where are we going now? Going this way? Follow Nemric. Okay.
This knight does not yield!
Now fall!
Oh God. Heal.
Now fall!
Fucker. Out of the circle, out of the circle. Go, go, go.
Enough!
Alright. I know, you see me. Heal.
Enough!
Oh god. Things are about to get chaotic. As far away as possible. Fun fact, guys, I haven't used the proper cure spells in a while. My playstyle is mostly on overtime healing and instant healing by virtue of my flowers. Not that I'll never use like the actual cure spells, but I just find these incredibly more useful while still doing damage. Regen's always fun though. Like the actual like ability. He's gonna do a thing, isn't he? Oh, get in the circle, get in the circle, get in the circle. Oh god, that almost sucked.
Out of my way!
You shall fall soon enough.
Doing a thing. Someone's doing a thing.
Time to get serious.
Oh. She's doing a thing. You should get more serious sometimes, Lise. Okay. All right. Oh, nice. Be cool if you like voice acted though. But in the end, they're only that savages. Now let us be brief. His radiance awaits. Got a gun blade, and we got a knife, a ninja. Oh, what fun. Just gonna throw these ones on there while we go. Alright, get down here. Start fighting. Put this back up. Well, stay out of that. We're gonna focus on Serenus for now. That might be a mistake. I don't know, but I feel like if we kill one,
Enough!
the other one will be just as easy. What are those? Those are explosives. Oh, she hits them and then they explode. Dick, move! Okay. Dick move. Okay. That's a thing. So one of the biggest issues we're going to have here is that they can explode the things, and they also have lions, so I need to stay out of the center when that starts happening. That really fucked me over. Julia and Anya as their names. Alright. Alright. So they're on the outskirts anyway, so it actually would be more preferable if we focused on the one. She's about to do the thing. Commence bombardment, prepare to strike. I mean, she's gonna throw down those things soon. Or that. Oh, what fun. What fun that is. Ow. The fact that you just do that? That's bullshit. Maybe if I like put it in front of her, it'll hit her first. Let's just turbo heal real quick. Mindful of AoEs on the ground. And just healing myself and healing my allies. Throw some water on my boy. Okay, just making more of those X's. I'm gonna try to like get in front of this bitch and see if they just hit her. Come on, hit her. Oh, that would hurt. I guess they don't. Alright, we're about to get an X soon. There we go.
Forward! Forward!
Yep, Giggle, take that. And then that, and then turbo heal it. Let's go. Confessions all around. Where'd they go? There they went. What are you doing? Oh, I saw the lions. Holy shit. Okay. Sort of need you guys to just stop doing bullshit. I hope this is the other one, because we already got the other one pretty down low, so I hope they just switch. That'd be cool. Okay, so there's this thing again. I need to stay out of the center when this bullshit happens. Yeah, there we go. And then... Ah! Okay. That one's gonna blow. Get water for you. Confession. Medica all around. Make sure there's some arrow on there. The life of a healer, it's not glamorous. I wish I could tell my allies to just fucking limit break, that'd be cool. Oh, someone just did.
There'll be nothing left of you but a
Leave this to me.
crater.
Oh, thank God, they're smart. Heal myself. Make sure to always heal yourself, healers. Oh, that was Swiftcast. I didn't mean to use that. Okay. Watch the floor. Beware of the lines. Oh, I need to heal myself. Can you both stay there? That'd be cool. I would love to do this to you. Okay, we have to kill them before they activate their ultimates.
It's all over now.
Kill them quickly, kill them quickly, kill them quickly. Ultimate damage. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. DPS this shit. Come on. Come on. Keep going. I don't know how long it takes for them to do their ultimate. Okay. Thank fucking God. Come, we shall withdraw for now. You had a purpose? Was it to distract me? Hey, Josh, you could feel free to jump into chat if you wish. If you can't, that's fine. Oh, Plushie's back too, that's fun. Or Plushie was back for a time. Okay. Have you know that it's hard being a healer. Doing dungeons like this is not easy. I guarantee you did this dungeon with NPCs using a DPS.
We did it. I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
You were truly inspiring in battle, my friend. I'm determined not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
And there we go. At least it wasn't mid-combat.
Will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
And we lost her.
Oh no. Don't tell me. Are you all right? Quickly! We must get her back to the encampment.
I'm alone. Guards have been routed, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not, they won't be taking any changes now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of the Eastern allies, we passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Elise, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lords, the Chigurians have completed the examination of Mistress Elise, and is as we feared. She is locked in slumber and without any outward cause. Just like the others. Damn it. The Guardians picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 Scions incapacitated. With the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to that Elise is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Jurgen and I would return to our camps. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I will not keep you then. Judging by the Guardians' recent movements, a lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones, given the plight of the fellow Scions. I can understand if you feel an edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without rest. Let me just go to sleep real quick. Sorry, when I meant real quick, I meant I'm gonna go to sleep for a good couple years. Speak with Revolter at the Rising Stones. I love how it's canon that we can just teleport. Now it's all peaceful again. Despite the fact that there's a war going on. Oh, I want it. Come in. Oh, Broford, welcome home. Word has it that you and Mr. Selise gave the Guardians quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mr. Selise? I was certain she would have returned by now. But 12, not her too. Walter and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tartar post haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. With you too, for that matter. He agreed to me to report that the Archon's condition remain unchanged. As we speak, Boltnet, Crow, and Master Mateo continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, after all. Though I suspect you must be tired from your journey, you should rest, my friends. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being at least. Everything's falling apart. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo, oh, wonderful. Xeno's taking the field. There's going to be a lot of casualties. Sonic Pressure suggests he has no news to share, which in case means no good news. Plowing through these. Oh, Broford, yours is welcome face indeed in these troubled times, though if you're come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I have naught to report. Coltonet and others continue to search their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas, my apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Atheno had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. I just gave them a voice. Oh, wasn't a bad voice. Who are you? Oh, you're the Garlean dude. That's Broford. I've heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them. If only for a short while, it gives me hope. It is how strange such words must come from a Garland's lips, but I speak them out of love I bear for my homeland because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That's why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance, though I will surely be branded a traitor. I'm content to bear the ignominy. It will seem a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I come to see Master Atheno. Acquainted to Broford and Atheno, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company if you will follow me, sir. When we reached the Atheno had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, and I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn, and the Popularis could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return at the North Silverst here, and I am certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time, that is. Quest accepted. One of the things I don't like about one of my criticisms I would have for the story of Final Fantasy XIV is that there's always these pauses amidst the conflict and not like after it. Like, we're in the middle of a war, and it sort of like confuses me whenever there's like moments like these where we're like taking a breather mid-war or mid-conflict. You don't see that in any other story, and it sort of bothers me to a degree, because it sort of slows the pacing tremendously every time. No amount of it's a different genre is going to make me feel better about it too. MMOs, while I understand, have this like greater than life story to tell, they shouldn't force you to stop what you're doing and have this breather if it isn't necessary. So if this isn't important, which I doubt it will be. That's not true. There's Sid. The problem is that they're like, oh, here's Sid. But I'm like, he could have shown up during the power research thing. Oh, there you are. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. Hello, you. Sound like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland's growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most Garlands would say he is a traitor, and that he turned his back on his country. We of the Popularis, however, consider him a revolutionary man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an imperial defector who thought to aid another imperial defector. Whatever Master Gulliman says, I am humbled to find myself in such a distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Raubons that you ran into an old friend into the barn. Is it true? Guy still lives? Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think he walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Asians, did he? After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet him again, I shall make sure to tell him so. Commander Alden also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by an Asian? But that is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it, and yet I see there is no accepting the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters laid down their lives in service to a lie. Yep. The embodiment of chaos created the order that is Garlemald. The Asians must be stopped to save my people, to save all people. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect, had I known, would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how Empire's ambitions may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks shall spare no effort to achieve that end. Sirius Wall was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Any pardons, I beg message for the Warrior of Light. Commander Alden requests your presence in the Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Yes, the Neville Messenger. I knew it would bring... Time, no doubt, being of essence. Could I tempt you to ride aboard the Exerciser? If there's a faster way to route one side, I would personally apologize to the commander of keeping him away. So, as, like, relaxing as they would make that seem, and like, hey, we got to meet with Sid again and talk about things that are happening, and this dude appearing, and he's, like, explaining about how he appreciates our trying to stop the Garlemald from invading, blah, 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 blah. That whole thing didn't really need to happen, nor did it need to interfere with the going conflict, because immediately after our conversation, they bring us back in. We could have easily, instead of doing all that roundabout shit, had these two appeared and talked to us, and then we moved into this scene. And seem to be rising heads every time in some country of an emergency victories, which of course is an admirable skill. No one is invincible, Broford, not even you, so please take care of yourself up there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines, though I'll equipped to join the fray. I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you aren't among them, eh? Alright. We could have had that whole thing right here. Could have, like, hey, take a rest. We do that, and then we come out of our tent, and then we meet these two, and then we get back to the action. A Requiem for Heroes. Despite the apparent urgency of Rowan's summons, the Resistance fighters seem content to wait for your signal to proceed. Why? Commander Allen is waiting for sir. It would be best if we proceed to the Alliance headquarters at once. Are you ready? Company, yes. Hello, you. Why are you going? You're here. Good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would praise you with Garland. Upon speaking with Garland, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. We've reached it, boys! We've reached the near end. And as a healer, I'm going to get really stomped. And then we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to skip cutscenes as I try again on very easy modes. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen, but I will try my best nonetheless. Proceed. I get a drink while it's playing. That's better Voice
There have
acting.
been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow.
Okay. Getting into this.
We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
All right.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
Oh no. Okay, I will be right back. I will be going to the bathroom. When we return, we will see that how they fucked us over. Alright, I have returned. Let's see what will happen.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos. Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
Assumedly, my soul isn't ripped from my body. Yes. I'll take the Asian.
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Yeah, you do that. You keep them really far. That motherfucker's gonna destroy everybody. Oh no.
Why won't they open?
He's gotten desperate.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Yep.
Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
No. But we're doing it anyway.
May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lad. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo, I'm playing Ian, aren't I? $5 says I'm playing Ian. There we go. Called it. Go!
Ready?
I hope we have a healer.
This one's for you, Eden.
Oh, that was second win. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanna die. I don't think I have anything that can help me with this. Oh, thank God. Oh, you bitches. I enjoy that gag closer real good. That's a good one. Throw the swords, probably. No. They got me. Oop. Someone's doing something.
Here it comes.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
The weave of a shinobi's power. The art of my forebears.
It's a hard time. figured out your bullshit. I will say, playing as the other characters in the story is a plus for me. Even though their moveset is incredibly limited, it's still fun to see them involved in the story. This is dope.
Fall, fiend!
Oh no.
You get it!
Damn you!
Running as fast as I fucking can.
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped. No matter the cost.
Ah, bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
About to pull out some bullshit. Oh, you bitch. Got this. Why is it every time I use my thing, it's not working? Oh, I've been paralyzed. Oh, what did you do? Oh, the problem with a healer now, we found the issue, is that when he does bullshit like this, I can't stop him because I am not strong enough. Okay, and then destroy this one. Watch as he gains the shit before I can stop it. There we go. He did it. And there we go. Duty failed. And we will redo this all again on very easy. Because I am a bitch. And that's how healers play. Really hoping to get through it though.
Ready? This one's for you, Ada.
Find the show. It is not for you to die. Alright, this thing. Alright.
Here it comes.
The weave of a shinobi's power. The art of my forebears.
didn't even notice the top right. There's a timely arrival thing. Come on. Only if they actually dropped his hit points to this amount for me to fight later. Alright, I want to let you guys watch this cutscene while I go grab something.
You get it!
Damn you!
I have returned again.
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair.
Round 2. Alright. Doing as much damage as I can before I get my ass whooped. Why is my water not working on me? Sword's gonna appear anytime soon. Okay, so it's on me. This one. Okay, should appear soon. There we are. And it very easy makes it easy. Storm, stopping that one right now. How I grow more powerful? I do things instead of sit around and tell people to so I can destroy the world. Hitting you with everything I got.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There. There you are.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Please, I beseech you.
Ah, someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
At last, I found you.
Now, who are you?
Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
Stay back. Have to kill, man.
The battle is over, the danger past, but your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest. Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
Oh no, they removed my mask. I hate it when they do that. Okay, maybe it's for you.
You're awake. Thank heavens.
Where's Xenos? I need to kill him.
I see you recall that much, at least. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont.
Ah.
Estinian never was one for emotional farewells. Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
I thought we were going to end on a sad note. Where's the sadness?
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now.
Now, is he referring to her being unconscious from the battle, or did she also just get taken? She hasn't shown signs before.
You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. Ah, but before I forget...
Yeah.
I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
This is the most unexpected surprise. Thought you confined to bed. Ah. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. As long as we have you, Master Wilson, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt even here in Ishgard. Anticipation of it. Oh, they whisked me all the way to Ishgard. Well, that's fun. Anticipation of your need for reinforcements. Artorial will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength had returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead. Of that I have no doubts, but the light of hope shall never guide our steps so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Turn to the rising stones. He's alive!
By the 12! I don't believe it! I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapsed like the others. What in heaven's name is going on? Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Y'shtola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize. You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him.
That's true.
And I forbid you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me? So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right?
But how are you to find it now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. He will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Change of heart or doubling down. Doubling down, I see. And there we go. That's the end of the Stormblood patch quests. Oh, that's nice art. Well, that's also good. And that is the end of the patch quests. Next Tuesday, I should be starting up the Shadowbringers quests. And yeah, There will be. I have decided to do a class change as well. I will be doing Red Mage moving forward, and I will be jumping into the edgiest of edge for this moving forward until we get to Edgewater. That being said, I'll try my best to level up the Red Mage. I have him at like 57-ish, so I'll try to get... Ooh, that's nice. I'll try to get caught up with my White Mage in terms of leveling. And with that, thank you for watching. I will go ahead and... I'm going to have to skip this, though. Because I don't want to get hit by music problems. But yeah, and we'll see if there's anything left to see. And if there isn't, then we will... I'll be heading out. And that is the near end of it. Right there. Okay, with heroes, I'll complete this quest. Celebrate your turn, I may do this. Brand new traveling outfits. Get new outfits. You get rest while we track the beast. Science traveling attire. Complete. Oh, there's more.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
The return of Xenos is imminent. Oh. I made it here. The Crystal Tower. Oh, that's a good shot. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice brings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow your seeds of darkness. And that is the end. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.